let's go on to who we predict will be in the Big 12 championship game, because that race, people might not realize it yet. It's heating up.
Getting toasty.
It's looking real good.
I'm gonna go TCU and Texas Longhorns. Hook them.
Ooh.
I think these are the two best teams in the league. TCU, Sonny Dykes offense. This roster was not nearly as bad as it looked last year. With they had an early checkout last year in terms of Patterson and the culture there. So they've really built something on offense quick. Duggan is playing the best ball of his life, and the defense is pretty solid with the coordinator Gillespie that they brought in from Tulsa. I really like that hire. So I think that's his name, right? Gillespie. And I think that's a really strong, well-rounded team. And then give me Texas. I mean, we're talking about Texas as a playoff team. If they don't go to Lubbock and lose a game that they won, they controlled that game. The post-game win expectancy had them as a really, really deserved to win that game. But they did make a few plays, a couple of special teams things. And if that's their only loss, the Alabama close game, that's a playoff team if they win, if they won out. It's a shame to have that razor thin margin, but they look great. The defense under Kwiatkowski here in year 2 is much, much improved over last year. Sark is still, one of the 3 to 5 best play callers in the game. And yours is him as well. Yeah. We got another him. He's a top 5 quarterback in the sport already. I'll say it. So.
It will never make sense to me that there was talk of him almost not beating out Hudson Card. The rat poison that we ate.
Do you feel like Sark was just trying to give him one last little kick in the ass before the season?
I genuinely wish I wish I had an answer. I genuinely don't know. It's just something that every time I think about it, I'm stuck there, lost as to how that was a storyline. Maybe like a SVP headline or storyline segment that he does, but how that was something is unbelievable. I too have Texas in the Big 12 championship game. I love TCU too, but I don't have them making it. I will speak highly of TCU right quick though. Speed is unbelievable. This team with their combination of speed, quickness, and explosiveness, it's not just on offense, it's on defense too. They're so much fun to watch. It's just at the end of the season, I think that they're going to be Oklahoma State this week. I'll say that now. It's the end of the season that scares me because 2 of their last 3 games are at Texas and at Baylor. I think Texas is too good with where they're at. I don't think Texas is going to drop many more games. I'm going to pick Texas to beat TCU there. And then Baylor's not a pushover. Like Baylor, that could just be a tough game where it's almost like TCU's having their playoff hopes if they were to be Oklahoma State and then win the next few games, blah, blah, lose Texas. Your playoff hopes are they're on life support, right? And you're going at Baylor. That's going to be a really tough game to win. Baylor's a lot better than I think their record shows. I think they've got a lot of disrespect from people. So I've got Oklahoma State and Texas in the Big 12 championship game. Those 3 teams are amazing. Like the Big 12, Oklahoma ain't putting on. There's some other just spectacular teams, man. For Oklahoma State, I think, yes, they'll lose to TCU, but I think they win out. And I do think that they are going to beat Texas, too. That's the game I think Texas drops. I get that Kansas State and Kansas back-to-back on the road are going to be, difficult, but I'm just very confident in this Pokes team under Gundy. He's a star. Doesn't get enough national recognition and respect that he deserves. It doesn't make sense. Who does more with less? It's incredible what he's been able to do at Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State's going to be a very tough out. I think their defense is a lot better than they get credit for, even though they are giving up points. Shout out Baron Morton, the freshman quarterback at Tech who balled out against them this week. Incredible performance for him. And then I see Texas winning every game on their set schedule aside from the Oklahoma State game. So that gives us a 1-loss Oklahoma State, a 1-loss Big 12 Oklahoma State, 2-loss Big 12 Texas, 2-loss TCU. Tiebreaker, Texas gets it over TCU. That's why I've got Oklahoma State, Texas. I don't care though. Either of those, give me 2 of those 3 teams in the Big 12 championship game. I'm happy. I'd be really cool with seeing one of them make the playoff too. I think it would be great for the sport.
Oklahoma State and Texas have played some wild games in recent memory too. So that would be a fun Big 12 championship. I think Baylor.
Sorry, you go.
I was going to say I think Baylor TCU will be interesting. If you remember, TCU smoked them by multiple scores last year. Like that was either a letdown game for Baylor or something. But Baylor's a good team, but they're definitely a matchup differential here in terms of the slow, pounded out, physical team in Baylor and the fast, get to the edge, get to the perimeter with Miller and those guys for TCU. So
yeah, and shout out Max Duggan because he's been a different beast this year. This is not the Duggan that we've been accustomed to. He's been incredible. He's been unbelievable. I keep saying incredible. I'm sorry. Duggan has been flat out great.
I mean, he didn't even start week 1.
Yeah, he didn't. It was going to be Morris's job, and then he got hurt, and he also looked shaky at Colorado. They didn't score a point in the first quarter. This TCU team didn't score a point in the first quarter against Colorado on earth. And then Sam Jackson, TCU's now back at quarterback, is also an electric factory. When he's on the field and he gets to showcase his speed, sheesh. But yeah, I mean, those games featuring Oklahoma State, TCU, and Texas are all going to be must watch.
And we finally got our Quentin Johnson game that we were waiting for all year.
Yes, TCU finally got Quentin the ball, and he was looking amazing. He just looked fantastic. His movement was very good. It was very promising to see. The touchdown catch that he made. And then, as I always say, I respect TCU for doing rotating backs. I respect it. As someone that has Keandre Miller in my Campus to Canton Fantasy League, I would appreciate a lot more touches for him, more volume. Please get more people to realize that he should be one of the top running backs in the 2023 NFL draft.